Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your energy forecast and breakthrough card reading for October 31st, 2023. Happy Halloween. For those of you who are new here, welcome. And if you are coming back, welcome. My name is Arlene Grace, and I am a master numerologist, a channel spiritual mentor. So today we're going to look at the energetic influences through Egyptian numerology to see how we are being influenced and being guided to expand, to grow, to continue to see ourselves with more clarity. And so we've got this energy on Tuesday of acceptance. And so we are connecting today with our resources, with people in our lives that, again, are helping us to release the past, bring something in that is new. This is a day that can be emotionally charged. It's a day where we are perhaps even severing relationships or creating new ones. It's a place where we are being invited to notice others so that we can see ourselves more clearly, to see the places where we may have forgotten who we are, forgotten our inherent love, forgotten our inherent value. And so this is a beautiful opportunity to see these places, to notice where we may have made decisions. Oh, I can't have a love like them, or, oh, I can't have love because my parents didn't love me the way that I needed to be loved, right? And so this isn't a place to move into blame. It's a place to notice, because all this information that you're receiving is allowing for you to come into a deeper sense of clarity of yourself. And again, reminder to you and your essence and your inherent love that is always available, your inherent value that never left, your inherent purity and innocence that is always here. And so it's remembering. So we've got this energy today of the 3-4 of hearts. And so this is the last day of hearts this month, and it's October 31st. So of course that makes sense. And so 3 is this interesting energy. I'm a ruling 3, and I see it. The vision that I get is of this puppy. And so this puppy is just constantly chasing its tail. It's excited, it's anxious, it's really, really tired, trying to get it. It's tired, it's probably giving up, and then it tries again, right? It gets its energy and it tries again. And so it's this energy of, I'm constantly doing these things, trying to get this thing that is probably not attainable, and I'm anxious and I'm nervous. Maybe I get depressed. And so I'm just doing this thing where I'm trying to control and manipulate my physical body to try to get this tail that is on the other end of my body that I just can't reach. And so imagine this through the lens of your relationships. Are you continually trying to do these things in order to get the guy, to get the girl, to get the love, to get the validation, where you are perhaps in these patterns that don't necessarily serve you anymore? Because really what's rising up today are our ways of being in relationship. And so if you looked at yesterday's energy forecast, we were really looking at how is it that we relate with others? What is it that we are defining in our relationships? What is it that we want? And so we've got this 3 that is allowing for us to notice these things. It's noticing where we are controlling our expression, where we are holding ourselves back from loving others. It is noticing where we are willing to move on path, on purpose, to express the love that we desire with others, with ourselves, and with others, and continue to explore new ways of experiencing that, right? Letting go of the control of these patterns of, oh, well, I can't text him back, because if I text him back, then that means that I'm leaving myself vulnerable, or I'm not going to text him back. And so, I'm going to let him miss me a little bit. Like, we're letting go of the control. We're letting go of playing chess. Now we've got the 4 of hearts, and the 4 of hearts is, again, letting go of these fixed ideas. And when I look at the placement of the 4 of hearts on the chart, like, it is this dreamlike quality, but in this dreamlike quality of attaining love, where this person, or the energy of the 4 of hearts, really wants it to be structured in a certain way. And we're being invited to let go of the structure and the way, right? Many of us have been raised to believe that in order to have a successful life, a successful home, a successful love, we have a home with 2.5 kids and a white picket fence and two Suburbans or Mercedes or whatever in the car. And we've got these jobs and we can do all of the things. I can be a mother. I could be a CEO. I could be a great lover. I could be a beautiful partner. I can host these events. I can do all of these things. And that means that I have this love in my life. And so we're being invited to really pull back and to notice, where are we structuring our life to make it look like love? To make it look like that's how it's supposed to be? Where are the pieces put together that aren't necessarily cohesive? Because we're being invited to, again, expand, right? We look at social media today and everyone posts the perfect picture, right? The perfect scene of their house or their family at the pumpkin patch, or, we get these little tiny snapshots, these little nanoseconds. And other people interpret that as, oh my God, look at the perfect family. But we didn't notice, or we weren't there to see maybe perhaps the bickering or the trying to get the child to stop crying, or, getting the child in the right perfect place without them moving, or, the journey in the car to get there. We got a snapshot. And so we're being invited to get out of the snapshot and to be engaged with life. So in this, we're being invited to express in new ways. But as I feel into this energy, we're also looking at, in conjunction with yesterday's energy, our attachment styles, right? How is it that we are attaching in our relationships? Are we attaching in our relationships? Are we the type where we are anxiously attached to our partner, where if we aren't receiving our needs met, if we're not receiving the text, if we're not receiving the good morning, if we're not receiving, the good night, if we're not receiving the gifts, then we now are feeling insecure. And so we have to grab on, we have to latch on, and then discover that our partner is probably avoidant, avoidant attachment. So our partner is, with us for a moment, and then they're running away because you're so needy. Or are we in this place where we are, disorganized in our love attachment, where we so desire the love, we want it, but we're so scared and we just don't trust. And so we keep ourselves just in this little silo where we don't let them in? Or are we in a secure relationship? And what does that actually mean, right? One that is stable and one is secure. Well, the Four of Hearts today is inviting you to develop that security, to develop that secure relationship within you, connection to you, the remembering that you belong, the feeling of that, the noticing of that, what does that actually mean to me? So that you can then experience that with your partner, with your family, with your children, with those in your life, so that you can express yourself wholly. Because in all of the other attachment styles, it's this idea that we were married into, right? Think of your vows, or think of the vows that are out there, that you were married into, that 1 + 1 = whole in relationship. And so the Four of Hearts is inviting you to see yourself as, oh, I am whole. I belong. I am whole. I belong. And what we desire is this connection. And this connection is a shared experience. But it's because I feel connected to myself. And so notice these things. Notice your relationships. Notice how you are in your relationships. Notice where you are continuing perhaps to do the exact same thing over and over again, when really and truly today we're being invited to expand out of that, to get out of the box, to be willing to express love in new ways, new expressions, to surprise, to be playful, to be vulnerable, to be to allow yourself to know your wholeness, to be confident in that, to feel the safety in your body. And so I'll be curious to see how this resonates for all of you. And let's pull some cards. And so what we're pulling for is what is rising up in the collective to be seen, to allow for us to break through the hypnosis to decide. We can decide whether or not to play in the same pattern that may or may not serve us, or we can continue to, or we can break through and have a new experience. So what's rising up in the collective? I invite you to be open, to be curious, to allow, and just to notice where you may be activated within your emotions, within your mind, within your body. And to take whatever resonates for you. Ooh. There's some energy that's pouring through. Interesting. So the energy is moving through, but it's only moving through the left side of my face and into the left side of my eyes. And so it's really indicating for me that some of us are not necessarily trusting our intuition. Some of us are so busy in the mundane, so busy in the doing that they're forgetting to connect to themselves, forgetting to, and whether that's meditation or just contemplation or journaling, just taking opportunities to breathe, to rest, to be, to hear where you are being pulled, to hear where you're being called to hear the innate wisdom that is within you, so they can begin to develop trust for it. Yeah. Interesting. So 8 of Hearts is really telling me that there are, if you're listening to this, there are so many experiences with love that is available to you. You're actually being blessed with love. And there are situations, there are experiences, there are people in your life, there are, perhaps you're within a community that is offering you all of these opportunities to receive love. And so this is very connected to last week, where we were breaking through our opportunities or the places where we weren't willing to receive love. And so you're being invited to open the back, open the heart, to allow yourself to receive from this place of, oh, I trust that I can receive this. I trust that I value myself enough. I value myself so much that I receive the love that is here for me. And I allow it to come through without thinking. And it says without thinking, because thinking means that I have to go and I have to give love to, or thinking means that, oh, they're giving me love because they want something in return. No, to just simply receive. And as you receive, to see how that actually changes dynamics in your relationship. Interesting. Sometimes the greatest form of love that can be experienced in relationships is to just receive it. Sometimes someone just wants to love you so much, but they can't because you won't receive it. And so you're being invited to just receive it. And that actually strengthens the bond in your relationship. And as it strengthens the bond in your relationship, you begin to experience the feedback of that. And it begins to actually increase those in your life, the value that they have, their inherent value as feedback for you. You may not necessarily see that. And it then allows for this cleansing to happen, this detox within the body, this shifting in these patterns that we may have that hold us closed. And so really, I think one of the best tools to bring with you today is to notice the heart, and to notice the heart as you're engaging with others. And so say, for instance, your partner is coming and He decides that he wants to buy you flowers. And so he brings you a bouquet of flowers. And so as he's walking towards you and he has his bouquet of flowers, to notice, is my heart open to receive that? Or is my heart closing? Right? Perhaps he's bringing you flowers because you had an argument the night before and he wants to apologize. And so in that, does the heart close? Or are you opening the heart? And so we can notice these things and we can invite the heart to open so that we can receive the experience of it energy first. Beautiful. Let me know how that resonates for you. I'll be curious. And tomorrow we move into a new energy. We move into diamonds. So we move and we shift our focus into the material experience, into our inherent value, our worthiness, our enoughness. And so I think I'll be going live tomorrow to do a forecast for the remainder of the week and to pull personal cards. So if you're available, please join me. And if you and I haven't yet connected, I'd love to connect. And we look at your ruling number, we look at your birth card, we do some channeling, and we get to know each other. All right. Wishing you all the most amazing day. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. And I'll see you in the spaces. So much love. Bye for now.